Saturday, Flosstube. Hello, crafty friends. It is Saturday, August the 29th. You can just see my husband's tool closet over here. He very kindly let me have the room, so I let him keep his tools in the closet. Figured it was a fair trade. Welcome back, Daily Crafty Chat. Today's going to be super duper short because I have some sewing to get to this afternoon. Because guess what? I finished the stitching on my smalls exchange. The small that isn't small. I finished it this morning around 10 a.m. I completely finished the stitching. I am so in love with it. I love it so much. It's exactly how I wanted it to look, and I'm so excited to fully finish it and get it all packaged up and sent off in the mail to Kimberly H, all the way out in Nova Scotia, Canada. So that's my job for this afternoon. I also have a few other bags to package up and get ready to go from orders in the shop. So thank you so much if you've placed an order in the last couple of days. I'm hoping to also get those out on the boat tomorrow when it leaves the island. That's the plan. So I am not going to do Whip Parade today because I just I need that time to do that sewing this afternoon, and I'll pick that back up again on Monday. So if you've sent me an email and you haven't seen it yet, normally the day that I'm going to put your stitching into the Whip Parade, or your crafting, knitting, quilting, whatever, I do try to return your email the day that I put your crafting into the video. So if you haven't heard from me yet, I have a few still to go, and they'll go in on Monday. So my new fabrics for the Christmas set and some other new fabrics that I had also ordered that were waiting for me in London made the trip up this time. So I thought I would give you a little sneak peek, some of the fabrics that I'm going to be working with this week. I'm so excited. I need more time in my day because stitching wise, I'm getting back to my Glendon Place Hope and Strength stitch along. That's what I'm gonna work on tonight. And tomorrow, I'm starting something new. I am starting something new. I have been so excited to get to that Historistic Muster, the Colors of Venice. I have to start it. So my ironing board is all set up for the work that I'm doing this afternoon. I'm going to iron and prepare my linen for that start as well. That's this beautiful design right here. The Colors of Venice. You can find it on the Silk app, or if you prefer a paper copy, you can order it directly from the shop in Germany, Historistic Muster, and I'm starting this today. So this, Dorothy and Uta were so kind to send me the kit. They kitted it up for me so that I could stitch it and love it and enjoy it. And so I have the silks. I'm not taking them out until I'm ready to stitch it up. So I'll show you these in closer detail on Monday. Let me just change my battery out. Hang on, there we go. Okay, back again. So I'm going to put these on floss drops, and I'm going to use a new project bag for this project, and I'm going to prepare that later. But the other thing that I wanted to share with you today, I had mentioned this earlier in the week. This was a gift that was made and given to me by my friend Dawn, one of the lovely podcasters of the group, the Codependent Knitters. And I talk about the Codependent Knitters quite a lot, and I mention Dawn quite a lot. She's a very good friend, and she made this for me last year, and she gifted it to me. And it is one of the favorite things that I own. I consider this a little treasure. I use it almost every single day. It comes with me on my crafting journey almost every single day. Every time I look at it, I think of Dawn and our friendship and it means a lot to me. So I thought I would share it with you. I know I've shared it before, but I've only shared it once, and that was quite a while ago, right after she gave it to me. I think she gave it to me at the retreat at the Elmhurst last October 2019. And I've used it pretty much every day since then. So I thought I would share it with you in case you're a sewist or sewer and you you might like to make something like this for yourself. It's just a needle book, it's just a simple needle book, but it's so useful and so beautiful. I just love it. So Dawn made the cover Quilt As You Go, and she used up some beautiful fabric scraps in a print and some complementary prints of a fabric that she had that she knew was a favorite of mine, because Dawn is also a bag maker. So her business, her little shop is called Knit's Best Thing. I'm not sure she has anything in the shop right now. She's been kind of busy at home, and her personal life is very full at the moment. So I'm not sure there's much in the shop. I haven't looked lately because, well, if I'm going to get something from Dawn, I would just chat with her. I would just totally bypass the shop and I'd say, oh, hey, I want one of those too. So I had purchased a beautiful bag made out of this fabric, and Dawn knows that I love birds. And so she used a scrap of that print to be the main focus in this little Quilt As You Go piece. And then she turned it into this little needle book. And so she put a little snap on the cover. Now, I'll be honest with you, I rarely use the snap because I use it so often. It just stays, I just leave it open most of the time. And then on the inside, I'll show, so here she's got, the pages are just felt or flannel. And there's my little needle minder. So these two pieces of felt were where I had all of the floss that was in use for my smalls exchange. And so the floss that wasn't on the bobbin, you know, the floss that, you know, you take off a strand of a length of 6 strands and you keep the rest to the side while you're using the strand that you're stitching with. Well, I just kind of roll it up into a, well, I'll show you this one. I just roll it up into a little circle and stick it on the felt, and it's just, you know, keeps it safe and clean. And then the other stuff, the new stuff on the skein stays in the floss away bag or on the bobbin in the project bag. And so I'm able to use this. This holds several projects at a time. So the silk, this is silk floss that you see here. And this is from my Glendon Place Hope and Strength Stitch Along. I think I've got my focus button. Let's see if we can fix that. Anyway, there, I think that's focused. So that's my Glendon Place Hope and Strength Stitch Along. And if I turn the page, these are the flosses in use for Savon. Now, not all of them, I'm missing a couple, but usually I stitch as I go and complete lengths as I go. So there's a few colors missing from there, but these are the ones that I would go to first when choosing my next color, and then go to the new skein when I need some more. So it's kind of a little, it's like my own little stitching journal of my current projects that are in current rotation. So Savon and Glendon Place, and of course this is now empty because I just finished my smalls exchange and I had all of my flosses in here. Now I am going to record just a little bit of video on the piece that I did, all of the details, because I changed up a fair bit. I did my own conversion on the pattern, so I will do a little bit of filming and tell you about the colors that I chose for the pattern. I'll tell you all about the pattern and the designer, and I'll share with you the finish that I did, but not until after Kimberly has received it and shared it. The Stitch North Smalls Exchange, we are supposed to all share our exchanges on the 25th of September. So Canada Post has been a little bit slow sending within Canada, so I have got both fingers crossed on both hands that mailing it out on Monday, that she will receive it in time. Now I will be sending it expedited, but even then there's no guarantee. Oh, Luna's having a dream. She's having a little growly dream. I don't know if you can hear her. Maybe she's growling at the bear in her dream. I don't know. So that, oh, and I didn't show you the best part. She put in pockets. She put in pockets on each side. So there's pockets on the front and in the back. And I keep a package of needles. So I like, my favorite needles are John James 28s, if anyone cares. We all have our favorite needles, right? So I purchased a ton of packages of John James needles right before my, in the last year or so that my needle workshop was open. And because I kept forgetting that I had bought needles, and so the next time I would go to the shop I would just buy more needles. Now I have a lot of needles, so that's okay. So they're all over the place, they're easy to find. So I just keep my needles in there, and in the back I keep the little card that Dawn wrote to me with the little note that she wrote for me when she gave me this, because it was really sweet and I loved it. And then she also made me some floss tags. I keep those in here, and I'm going to be using these tags for my silks, for the Colors of Venice piece that I'm just about to start. So those are in there. And then in the last little pocket, I just keep my extra little bits of leftover floss that from the finished project, you know, because I had leftover floss from my smalls exchange, but it wasn't really worth putting it back on the bobbin or saving it. There wasn't that much left, but you know, sometimes you just need a scrap piece of thread to mark a spot, or to, you know, baste a seam or something like that. So instead of throwing it out, I just tuck it in that pocket, and that's it. So this is my favorite thing ever. I love it. And again, I use it every single day. So if you're looking for a special handmade gift for a crafter in your life and you sew, this is, I'll tell you, by far, this has been one of my number one favorite handmade gifts that another crafter has ever given to me. I absolutely love it. So, love it. Use it every day. Okay, so that is it for my special treasure that I shared with you. So I'm just going to give you a super quick sneak peek of the fabrics that I'm going to be working on this week for Evertote. So first up is a fabric that I've actually had for a little while, and those of you who are eagle-eyed and usually check out the fabrics that are behind me, this one has been tucked into a pile back there since I arrived up here. And this fabric, I love it. I love it. It's this one right here. So Ginger Gerald told me that these little motifs had a name, and I believe he said they're connected to Pennsylvania Dutch, but I can't remember what he called them. So if somebody out there knows, if you could just leave me a little comment below, then maybe I would be more in the know than I am now. It is a beautiful navy background, and these just these beautiful motifs in the center. I have some buttons on order that kind of mimic that shape, and I'll be making some needle minders with those. I love this fabric so much, and I have the perfect zip color for it. It's this kind of caramelly color, and I think those are going to be super, super pretty. So that's one fabric that I'll be working with and it'll come in, you know, various flavors of bag. This next one, this was, I don't usually go for batiks. I like batiks, but I don't, for some reason, I don't usually order them. But this one, and I have one other one, a gray one, but I'll share that another time because I'm probably not going to get to it this week. But this batik really, really spoke to me. I loved it. So this is a pinkish gray. It's a pinkish red, kind of. So I'm not sure what color you're going to get on the screen, if you're going to get like a red, but it really is more of a pink red. And it's a beautiful gray floral print. And this is a batik, so that batik has that unique flavor with the dye process that, you know, you're going to have certain areas that come out a little bit differently in the pattern than others do. And it's just got that nice feel to it. If you've worked with batiks before, you'll know what I mean. It's a beautiful print. I have a little bit of, oh, here it is. I have this Essex linen. This is all I have left. It's rather precious to me. I love this Essex linen. And, oh, and of course it's all blown out, but you can maybe see. It is the perfect gray color to go with this print. And so I'm going to do something. I'll make probably flats, wedges, and some drawstrings are coming up as well. Because I was chatting with Nellie this morning, and Nellie wanted a drawstring, so we were looking at options, and this one filled the brief. So, and I just love it. I love it. So that's on deck. Just have to put this down carefully. Okay, I mentioned a little while back that I had some sewing machines, sewist, scissory fabric coming in. And boy, did I ever. Okay, so now these are not going to be, I'm not going to be putting all in the shop. I'm not doing pre-orders again until the Christmas set comes out. So what is in the shop is what I will have made the next time I put stuff in the shop, and then it'll just go out hopefully on a weekly basis. Hopefully. It could be every 2 weeks. At this point, I'm just not sure. So I'm going to start off with my scissor fabric. You know me, I love a scissor fabric. And this, I don't have a scissor fabric in this color. I love this color. Look at this color. It's so rich and beautiful. And the scissor print is a little bit smaller. Can you hear the wind? Things are getting knocked over in the breeze room. That's how windy it is. Wow. Okay. So this scissor print, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to put on the bottom of this one yet, but probably one of the other prints that I'm about to share with you. So with this, I have, and this will probably be the lining and probably the accent as well of the scissors. These are safety pins. How cute are those? Oh, I love that. This fabric has a lovely hand feel to it. These are all Northcott prints. And then here's my sewing machine fabric. Has scissors and bobbins and snips and pins. Oh, it's so pretty. I am ordering in charms. I'm waiting. I have some sewing machine charms coming in, so I will be putting a sewing machine charm with these. I am really hoping that those charms come in this week, but I might have to hold off on those. If I don't have the sewing machine charms yet, I have scissor charms that I will send with the bag. Really, really cute scissor charms, and you know, they match too, right? So that's the main print. And then to go with this, wait till you see this. This is so fun. I have this pattern print. Look at that. These are, they're called drafting designs, aren't they? For sewists who, seamstresses, sewers who make clothes, right? It's a pattern, it's a clothing pattern. And it's fabric. Oh, I love it. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to put these two together. That's going to be the accent for the sewing machine fabric. And the notions pouch most likely as well. Oh, it's just these I can't wait to dig in. You know that feeling, right? Well, I just feel like that about all of these. I just want to cut them all up and sew them back together. I can't wait. It's gonna be really fun. So that's what's coming up. That's what's coming up before I put the Christmas kit out. And again, I'll have more information on that in a few weeks. So that's it. I have, my coffee break time is over. John and the kids have just stepped outside for a little bit. They should be back soon, so I should wrap this up so that I can spend some time with them later this afternoon as well. I am so chuffed that I finished the stitching on that Not Small Small, because I have a feeling that many of you thought that I wouldn't finish it in time. I'll admit, there was a night, maybe 3 nights ago, that I also thought the same myself, but I stuck it out, and I just knew that it would be so worth it if I finished it, and I did. I also knew the boat was leaving tomorrow, and if I was going to be on, if I had a chance of being on time, I had to finish that stitching in timely fashion, and so I did, and I'm so happy. It looks so good. I can't wait to send it out. Very, very excited. And now I can't wait to start something new as a pretty sweet reward. Very exciting. So I hope to have a small start on my new project to share with you on Monday. I hope you're well. I hope you're taking care of yourself and that you've got some time to craft this weekend. And I will check in with you again on Monday. Take care, everybody. Happy stitching.